Hey there, Peppers. Lynn here, just for the health of it. And oh my goodness, we have had some crazy weather over the last 7 days. Me and the Peppers have pretty much just been huddling up in the trailer and trying to stay warm and dry. Gosh. Glad we don't have little chickies out there. Solid white frozenness. Oh boy. It is like 5 a.m. on April 11th. So anyways, I thought since we had a little break in the weather, beautiful blue sky, I would take you on a little tour of just kind of where we are at this point with the property. There's a lot of hurry up and wait. We are waiting for the weather to cooperate. We are waiting for supplies to finish up the kitchen shed. And just a bunch of waiting for the main contractors for the house, which there's some change in plans, and I'll get you up to speed on that later. But today I just want to kind of show you what has actually been happening in the garden. So I'll start you back here in the corner. Not a lot. A lot of these pots I just kind of am lining up just to figure out what I really have. I do have hardy geraniums coming back. Those are beets from last year. Maybe we can get them to go to seed and collect seed. And also the rose is actually budding out. So I'm pretty excited about that. That was a rose that we planted for my Grandma Rosie's remembrance. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to dig it up and keep it alive, but it looks like it's going to survive. So again, these other pots are really just for me to see what I have going on. And then you can see the tulips. The daffodils have gone full bloom. The tulips are coming in. Crocus, lots of daffodils. And then you can see even here in some of these old pots, this is a springing onion that is going to go to seed. So although I would not eat those bunching or spring onions, I'm going to try to collect the seeds. And then over here I have lined up just some pots of things that I brought from the triplex, some stuff that I dug up. So like this is a bunch of things that my mom had given me that I dug out of the front flower bed. And we've got some mint coming in. Freya! And then if we walk over here to the main driveway part that I use. Hi, Bugabooskies! The strawberry bench, which is a bench Emily and I built out of a twin bed we bought her that she never really used. But you can see a lot of the strawberries have survived and are growing strong. Gave them a little bit of fertilizer to help them along. So hopefully, since this is their temporary home this year, hopefully we'll get a few strawberries, but if not, at least we're keeping them alive. And then we've got the beautiful blooming bed here, full of different daffs and tulips. And here you can see my garlic is growing quite out of control. We have a bunch of radish, and we even have some carrots started. I was using this plexiglass kind of like a little hothouse. That's how I got them germinated. The green stalks are really getting into full bloom. Lots of stuff growing here. And then we've got a bunch of little flower seeds started. We even have some cabbage, more flowers. And here's the experiment that I did under the clear plastic tote. So we've got radishes are actually gonna be really close to harvesting here pretty soon. And I wanted to show you guys, so I did a video on using these water bottles as kind of a winter sowing. And you can see we have tomatoes. We do have tomatoes in every one of them. We've got some lettuce mix, mesclun, daikon radishes, broccoli rabe, sugar snap peas. You can see with some of the crazy weather, we actually did get some damage. So now this first little row, I have beets planted here, and I'm using cardboard to control my weeds. The raspberry has survived and is starting to flush out. And then you can see, oh, I don't know, violets or violas? Same family. Let the airplane go by. I have turnips here, and since we've had sun, rain, there has been a lot of weeds coming back, and I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. Turnip, oops. I'll get in here after this dries out a little bit and do some weeding. One thing I got in the ground, but then we had mass hail, was my Walla Walla onions. And I'm just not sure that they survived the hail too well. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. I have some more Walla Wallas over here too. So if we do kind of a broad sweeping, here's the Freya corral with all of the pots that I brought up here because I wanted to really enjoy the flowers. Still cleaning up a bunch of the yard stuff that just got dumped here from the move. We have the sheds, the main driveway, and then all of that garden started. And the chicken tractor, still waiting. I'm going to get some baby chicks. Got a couple little flower pots up at the front door, but it is the north side, so I don't expect them to do too well. Too bad Freya doesn't listen and stay in her own yard. She has to stay in the fence. Oh, poor baby girl. And then across the driveway, here's the other side of the U, we do have this little raised flower bed area that was left by the prior owner. Got it filled up with a bunch of good soil and compost and cardboarded over it to control the weeds. It settles quite a bit, so I'm gonna have to refill it, but I'm gonna put potatoes in the front and corn in the back. And then probably all wondering about just the mess of construction material. This is almost all stuff that we have just pulled off the property and stacked here. Not really ready to get rid of it yet. If I want to build some other temporary small things, we'll see. Loki always finds something to dig around in. What do you got going on, Buggy? Poor Freya. Poor Freya. She runs away and doesn't listen. Sorry, baby girl. You gotta stay in the fence. Well, I hope you can see, even though we've had some challenges with weather and all sorts of other things, we're still enjoying the property, making the most of what we can, getting our garden started, enjoying the outdoors, and just really taking as much leisurely time as we can to stroll around the property and continue to explore it more. So that helps our physical health, our mental health, and once the vegetables all come in, kind of some of our financial health. All right, puppers, I sure hope you get outside and do something for your health of it. Talk to you later.